How's it going, guys? Mr. Murkrow here, bringing you another Pokemon X and Y NU Wi-Fi battle. And this one is not with my current team, and no, this is not a new team. This is my tournament team, actually, and this was just a little test battle I had with this team to get going for my tournament. And if you are wondering, I have advanced to round 4 using this team, and it was all good and stuff. So, anyways, this one was against Cesar. Sorry if the picture in this is a little crappy. And this was the most rage-inducing, piss-off, completely hacks-filled battle you will see for a very long time. I raged so hard, thought about throwing my DS across the room several times, DCing and all the annoying rage stuff. But luckily, it was a great battle, and I hope you guys will like it too. So I've got Dusclops, Sandslash, Togetic, Vileplume, Ampharos, and Alomomola, and he's got Linoon, Masquerain, Carvanha, Tangela, Swallow, and Shadot. And yeah, so I'm running a super duper bulky Trick Room team, except I only have one Trick Room guy. I'm looking to swap something out for Togetic that can learn Trick Room, and he's running a pretty offensive team, and his only things that look like walls are going to be his Swallow and his Tangela. And yeah, so he's got a lot of threats on his team, and I've just got two of my Sandslash and Ampharos, and both of them are going to do pretty good jobs against this team, though. And as you'll see, this is a really good battle. And so he's going to lead off with his Shadot, and I'm going to lead off with my Omar Spirit, the Dusclops, and he's going to go right here for the Chatter to get that confusion on me. And yeah, so I get the Confuse, and I get Confuse Hack, so just be prepared for a bunch of this shit, because it goes on for a long time. So he's going to go for the Nightshade here, which I had never seen on a Chatot before. And here I break through the confusion, and I'm able to get the Trick Room off here. So now, for some reason, I swap out, and I go into my other special wall, which is my Paratroopa Togetic, and so far this thing hasn't really done shit for my team, so I'm looking to swap it out for something. So now he goes out into Swallow, because obviously he's got the type advantage. And here I go for the Yawn, which is, I don't know, it seems like a pretty good idea having Yawn on Togetic. So here I know he can't do much to shit against me, and he goes for the Power Punch, so I just went right back into my Dusclops. And here I decided to switch out again. I could have gone for the Pain Split there, but I go into my Sandjobs here, which is my one physical sweeper on this team, and he actually carries the Sleep Talk in here, but he does get the rest. So now he's going to swap out, and he's going to go back into this Chatot, and I will tell you, this Chatot was a fucking pain in the ass to deal with. So here I go for the Rock Slide, and that's going to knock him all the way down to his Sash, which is really good. And I was kind of guessing that this guy was a Pokegener, since he already has 2 Shinies, and as you'll see, he has an entire team of Shinies. So right here I was thinking, and since he was going for Nightshade, maybe he is a Pokegener, and he wouldn't have Boom Burst on this thing, because you can only get Boom Burst from an Egg move from Noivern. So anyway, I get hit with the Confusion there, and I take out my Togetic, and I go for swap into Alomomola here, and he goes for the Chatter again. So at this point, I was really convinced that this guy was just an average Pokegener, and all this stuff had 5th gen moves. So once again, I get another Confuse Hacks. This is one of those times where I was just so mad. And now he finally reveals to me that he has the Boom Burst, so he might not be a Pokegener, but I still think he uses, I think that he uses, what's it called, Power Save, because no human in the right mind would make 6 shiny Pokemon. That takes too fucking long. So anyways, back to the battle. It goes for the Chatter there, and I'm able to break through confusion, and I get the Trick Room back up, and now he's going to go into Swallow, and I can't do much to shit of this thing. And I get hit with the confusion here, and then I get hit with the confusion again. I was going to go for the Pain Split, which will really, really help to keep this guy in the game. So he goes for Sleep Talk again, and he's going to get that rest again, which is good for me. And now he predicts me going for the Pain Split, and he swaps into his Chatot. So this, and I do snap out confusion, but I go for the Pain Split, and that's a great move on his part, because that's going to keep, the only real advantage here was that's going to keep my Dusclops from living. So now I go for the Will-O-Wisp here so he can die, and he goes for the Chatter, and that's going to knock out my Dusclops. So now on the burn damage, this Chatot finally fucking dies after I have to sacrifice 2 Pokemon plus almost all of my Togetic to this thing. So here I swap into my Ampharos here, and as he goes into Carvana, and it goes for the Crunch, and that does like a third of the damage, and I just go for the Volt Switch and knocks him down to his Sash again. So right here I'm thinking that he's probably going to be carrying like Destiny Bond or something, because, and I had a pretty strong assumption that he would, so I went here for the Moonlight to scout out what he was going to do, and here my prediction was confirmed that he does have Destiny Bond, and I really couldn't afford at this point to lose something when I only have 4 Pokemon against his 5, and one of them is almost down. And here I swap into my Togetic, hoping beyond all hope that I could maybe get a Roost off, but no, he goes for the Waterfall, and that's going to take me out. So now I'm in a really bad situation in this match. I'm down 5-3 here, and I just had to find a way to not, and I really could not afford to allow something to go down to Destiny Bond, because then I'd be down to either 2 sweepers or 1 sweeper and my Vileplume. So here he goes for the Destiny Bond again, and I see he's got a pattern. He goes for Destiny Bond and then Protect. And so I was just kind of following this pattern, using an attack when he wasn't. Here I expected him to go for the Destiny Bond again, catching on to my strat, catching on to me, catching on to him. So I just went for the Aromatherapy again there. And now I swap in my Sandslash here just so I could start stalling out some PP, but he goes for the Crunch here, which I could have stayed in on, but it wasn't a huge deal. So now I know I'm going to want to go for the Waterfall, and I swap right back into Vileplume, and all I was trying to do here is get the Effect Spore and hopefully kill this thing. So he goes for the Waterfall, and it does get the Effect Spore off, which is huge, and it gets the Poison, which is even better. So now it's going to go down to that, and I won't have to lose anything to the Destiny Bond, which was just so huge in this. And yeah, that was a serious mind fuck right there, and this game was just full of mind fucks and pain in the ass. So he goes into his Masquerain here, and he goes for the Quiver Dance, which I can't do a hell of a lot to this thing. I just go for the Sludge Bomb. Doesn't do a ton, but I do get the Poison off right away, which is awesome. And yeah, I got incredibly lucky in this game, but I absolutely needed it because I was at such a huge disadvantage with his luck early on with that Chatot Confusion. So he's going to continue to spam Quiver Dances, and here I just wanted to see if he had Rooster, any kind of recovery here, and he does reveal to me that he has Roost, so that kind of, so once again, this was another time where I thought about rage quitting here, and so now I know I can't do shit to this, and if I don't swap out, he's going to get to +6 and destroy my team. So here I go into my Ampharos, and he goes for Quiver Dance again, so this guy's just getting fucking greedy with these goddamn Quiver Dances. So now the Poison's going to knock him down to half health, and he just goes for the Roost here, which is going to bring him all the way back to full, and this is a Choice Specs Ampharos, so even when Roost takes away that flying type, the Thunderbolt does a shit ton of damage, even with the, I think he's at like +2 to 4 special defense, so I'm going to continue hitting him with some modest Choice Specs Thunderbolts as he tries to Roost up, and now he just is a greedy cunt here. Like, seriously, just a greedy cunt going for another Quiver Dance, and I go for the Thunderbolt, and that's going to knock him down to killing range, and here, this activates his weakness policy, so if I had not gotten that Poison off, this battle would have been over right now with a +6 at that point, but luckily the Poison is going to take him out, and now he's down to his last 2 wait, no, he's got 3 Pokemon left against my 3, so I can't do jack shit to this Tangela, and I just go into my Vileplume because he can't do shit to me either. So now he goes back into the Swalot here, and so I just go for the Sludge Bomb because I knew right away that it was going to be really tough getting rid of Tangela because it is really hard to get rid of Tangela. So here I know he can't do shit to my Sandslash. He's revealed he's got Rest, Sleep Talk, and Power Up Punch. So I was guessing they'd be carrying some sort of poison move for the stab. So here I go for the Earthquake, and that's not going to kill him. It's an easy 2-hit KO, but not quite enough, so he's going to go for the Rest here so he can get all back to full here and start spamming Sleep Talks again. And yeah, this was another pretty stall-heavy part. Well, this entire battle was stall-heavy, so here he just goes back into his Tangela, as I misclicked here and went for the rapid spin. Here I think I was either going to go for the Earthquake or the Sword Dance, which I do carry on this set. And so here I can't do anything with this, anything to this Tangela, so I have to go into my Vile Plume, and he pulls a double switch on me, which is actually pretty good. So he's going to go into his Linoon, and I know that this guy's a power saver now, because what asshole has 6 shiny Pokemon and a Belly Drum Extreme Speed Linoon that is a Gen 3 thing? So here he goes for the +6 Extreme Speed, and I live it with 7 health, which was just, oh my god, the RNG gods on the later half of this game were just smiling upon me. That was, I mean, I just got unbelievably lucky living with 7 HP. And so here he goes for the Sleep Talk and goes for Power Up Punch, which once again I'm lucky he didn't go for a poison move, which would have taken me out. So, and here I go for the Moonlight, and I'm going to get a lot of my health back. So yeah, once again, I've just been so goddamn lucky in this battle, but it's revenge for getting like, I don't know, I haven't counted, but probably around the range of 6 Confuse hacks. So here he's going to go for the Sleep Talk, and he realizes he's got the Trash Bins, Gunk Shot, and that's going to do a fuck ton of my Ampharos, and he's going to outspeed my Ampharos and take him out with a Power Up Punch. So Ampharos didn't do a ton, but he was able to take out the Masquerain and knock Carvanha down to his sash. And now I go, after seeing his move set, I know he can't do anything to my Sand Slash, and here he just goes for the rest, thinking that I'm gonna just try for the Earthquake and knock him down. So he knows I can't do a ton to this Tangela here, so I just go for the Sword. With the Sword Dance boosted Earthquake, that does a pretty damn good amount of damage to Tangela, being how tanky this thing is. So here he just goes for the Giga Drain, because that's the obvious move to make, and I know I do not, under any circumstances, want my Sand Slash taking a Giga Drain, because he'll probably die. Anyway, so he goes into a Swallow again, and I just opt for the Moonlight, because I just want to get back to full health. And here he goes for the Power Up Punch, and that does nothing to me. I don't know, maybe hoping for the Effect Spore or something, or I don't know exactly why I stayed in, but anyways, I switch out here because I know he can't do anything to my Sand Slash. And Sand Jobs, he just did fucking work this battle, as you'll see pretty soon. So alright, so now here I just go for the Rock Slide, thinking that Tangela is going to come in. I wanted to see how much that would do, but he goes for the Rest here, staying in. And I know he's just going to probably go for Rest again, so I set up my Sword Dance, and as I predicted, he just keeps trying to rest up. So now he's going to swap out into his Tangela, and I am going to go for the Rock Slide, expecting that to happen. And that does like an 1/8 of the damage. It didn't do a ton, but here I go for the Earthquake, and that knocks him down to half health, and he must be expecting me to go to my Vile Plume, because that's what I was doing all battle. And he goes for the Sludge Bomb, which is huge in this battle. Now, here's it. I go for the Rock Slide, and it flinches him, which pretty much means as long as I don't miss this next Rock Slide, the game is going to be over. So, my Rock Slide lands, it takes out the Tangela, and oh my god, once again, I just get so unbelievably lucky. I getting the flinch hacks, so all he has left is a Swallow, and like a man, he honorably discharges himself by running away instead of DCing like a little pissy. So yeah, that was an unbelievable game. That was the most hacked game I've ever seen. I'm pretty damn sure. I got hacked to shit in the beginning, and he got hacked to shit in the end. Yeah, so good game, Cesar. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. I really appreciate it when you do that. And because I got finals and I have a really busy Memorial Day weekend schedule, I probably won't be able to upload a fuck ton this weekend nor the next week, 2 weeks. But after that, it is summer, and I've got a lot of cool stuff planned. And yeah, so thanks for watching, guys, and stay tuned for more at random times. Mark out.